boxes and put them over there. So the match is going to be streamed. You will play under the shot clock. I will do the shot clock and the score. Shot clock you get 60 seconds after the break, 35 seconds each shot, and then 25 seconds extension per rack. When you call for the extension, say it a little bit louder so I can hear. I will repeat after the extension, that you know that you get extension and you see everything on the screen. I'm not a referee. If you need a referee, we have area referee. Just raise your hand and say, can I get a referee? I will stop the time and you wait for the referee. You have one rack each and then we are starting.
And to you, and welcome to the Kamui European Youth Championships from Podcetrtek in Slovenia. And our next match is an under-17s losers qualification match in the 8-ball division between Hugo Boyle from Spain and Austria's Yannick Putzer. Now, I'm really looking forward to this one because I knew the name Hugo Boyle. It kind of jogged something in my brain. I knew I'd heard of him. And I follow him on Facebook. He's quite the little character, actually. He's the billiard kiddo. There he is, look. And you'll often say he's well worth following on Facebook. He really is. He's got lots of stuff on his profile where he does a lot of travelling around to various tournaments. And this young man, very busy. He's just been on this table. Unfortunately, lost out in the 9-ball to Max Benko. But here he is, breaking off in the 8-ball. It's a race to 6. And it's cool pocket, of course, because it's 8-ball. It's alternate break. I'm Mark White. Great to be with you again here on this Saturday. So, losers qualification. This is the last chance saloon. So Hugo in. Very confident shooter. Very entertaining as well. I've just messaged his father, actually. I'm friends with him as well. I just want to try and find out his age. I did look for it, but couldn't find it. He looks about 7. I'm sure he's about 12 or something like that. But comes from a hotbed of pool in Spain, following in the footsteps of all the greats. And just look at that technique. Everything straight in line. Just slightly awkward. Here, he's going to have to just hold the cue ball there or go through a little bit. He can't really get away from the pocket or the rail. But certainly a very confident young player. I mean, just look at the talent. Incredible. I know he's been playing in some of the other junior events as well around the world. He's okay on this 8-ball, just kind of taking a bit more time on it. Doesn't really want to break his rhythm too much, though. I always feel the pressure builds, but he knows what he's doing. And in it goes. Very nicely done. The perfect start from Hugo Boyle. And his father has just sent me a message back. Young Hugo is 12 years old, just last month. What an incredible future this young man's got in front of him, if he so wishes. Predator-sponsored player. He's got the gold BK rush there. He certainly looks good, doesn't he? Everything he does. Tremendous. I think Yannick's going to have his work cut out here. He's going to have to take every opportunity he gets. Well, he's going to have to go for solids here, like it or not. He doesn't have a view of a stripe, so it's going to be the green 6. They're not too bad. 7 is just slightly awkward, but everything else looking pretty much in the open. he's gone awkward now, and he's not the tallest of guys. I'll tell you what, be unfortunate it didn't slow up about 3 inches before. He'd have been perfect on the 7. So he's going to have to take on this one ball. Well, I took that a little bit quick. Faced with a slightly difficult 4 ball. Difficult for me, maybe, not for him. Wow. Okay. You could say his patterns need some work, but that would be mighty cruel to say that at 12 years old. I mean, that's going to come with experience, but this is top quality potting from this young man. And just as I say that, just a little bit quick, I think, there, Hugo. Seemed he'd done all the hard work there. Well, Yannick not really had a chance yet, so this is his first opportunity, and it's not an easy one, but it's a great shot. Unfortunately, he's going to have to pull out another one, though. We have the 8 ball and the 9 ball and the teams still going as well. Well, if it carries on like this, this is going to be a humdinger of a match. Great stuff from both players. It wasn't easy, that shot. Just taking his extension, 35 seconds on the shot clock. 1 extension each per rack. Of course, you know that by now, guys. You've watched as much pool as I have. Well, he's out of his seat very quickly there to see if he's got a shot on the orange 5, but he hasn't. So he can play thin off this 2 ball. He'd love to get some cover behind this 5 ball if he can. Could even just play it softly onto the cushion and leave the cue ball on the cushion as well. I think I'd rather have seen it on the cushion, the cue ball. This is makeable into this bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, right in the heart. Lost the cue ball slightly, though. Austria, also famous for producing great sportsmen. Albin Ocean, Mario He, Max Lechner. 3 of the top players in the world. And this young man would love to follow in their footsteps. But it's another mistake, but it wasn't easy, was it? Cue ball close to the rail, just off straight, the 14. It wasn't easy. He's got to make up his mind here. Yeah, could have done with drawing that cue ball back. But he's quite happy here. He can just play this with a trace of right hand spin as well. And that's good thinking as well. He knows this is the important shot. So takes his extension, gives him that little bit more time. No point in hurrying. If the extension's there, you might as well use it. Yeah, I'd just like to see him stay down and finish the shot a little bit more. But we've seen the way he pots, this is similar to the 4 he knocked in earlier on in the first rack. So this 8 ball to double his lead. Right in the heart of the pocket. Hugo Boyle 2-0 up. And Yannick is going to have to start taking his chances in this match, because as we've seen, Hugo is in the mood. So there's plenty of other action going on at the moment, guys. We are streaming 3 tables. Tables 1, 2 and 3, all available for you on Pro Billiard TV. Just table 1 with commentary today, but we're back to 2 tables with commentary again tomorrow from the quarterfinals onwards. There's winners qualifications going on as well in the 9 ball at the moment. Table 2, very, very talented young man in the under-17s. Got to the final, actually, of the straight pool. And that's Haojing Zhang from Germany. He's up against Antonio Christian Farkas. That's available for you over on table 2. And on table 3, in the girls' 8 ball, it's Ella Saarinen from Finland up against Guilia Grosso. And it's Grosso who's opened up a 3-rack lead in that. All these scores and schedules available for you on EPBF.com. Oh, that's the type of ball he just can't afford to miss. And I'm sure the middle pockets caught him out there. Maybe not used to playing on pockets this tight. They're not like club pockets, they're a little bit less generous than what he may be used to playing on. Now I could play for the 15 or the 11 here. There's a good angle on this 10 ball. Now if he's got a nice angle on this 11, why not now? Great rhythm. Very, very good fundamentals. And with his confidence and potting ability, he's a very, very dangerous customer. Well, he's got to come with a big shot here, though. But this is just how I think the game should be played. I don't think he's got the potting angle here, though. Is there a possible bank? A straight back to the top right? Or is it just a safety? Yeah, just caught the 8 ball there. Was trying to hold behind it. This 3-ball is on. So come on, Yannick. This is one of those opportunities you've got to take. Well, this does go to the top left if he wants to take it on. He's going to take the bank on. Would like to draw past those two solids. Yeah, it's a very good cue ball. Very good cue ball. But I think I know what's coming. He's got to get him tight in behind the green here to cut off the one rail, make him go at least 2 rails. Yeah, didn't get the cue ball in tight enough. Once again, using the shot clock very wisely. He played that with a lot of draw to straighten up the angle off of the side rail. But it's another chance. And Yannick has just got to start taking these as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. He could have just dropped that in and pushed the 6 towards the corner pocket. Just hasn't settled yet. It's not easy. He's just been playing 9-ball as well. Only just finished literally 10 minutes before they started this match. It's a tough schedule. Get used to it, guys, though. If you're going to have a life in pool, get ready for lots of late nights, early starts. No regular eating times. Not trying to put anyone off, just saying how it is. I'll be interested when he does have the opportunity. I want to see him use the airbrush jump cue. I'd love to see him, to see if he's got all the shots as well. I know kids love to jump and draw the cue ball and masse, all the good stuff. Well, that could have turned out a lot worse than it has. Does have a shot at this 6-ball. And I'm sure it's one he'd normally make, but the pressure's on a little bit. He's already 2 down. That's okay. He's got the 3. Now he's going to have to take the 1 on, and the position to the 2 is not easy. Doesn't go to this bottom left, as you can see. And watch out for the danger of one of the side pockets swallowing the cue ball. Big mouths as far as the cue ball's concerned. Cue ball always seems to find a way in. Yeah, smart shot. That's why he hasn't gone for it. So side rail, push the 12 ball around, get the cue ball tight on this back rail. Yeah, I think I'd rather go off the side rail here, Hugo, and just lay the cue ball on this back rail. If you go this way, you're not going to get safe. You've literally got to make this 12 ball to get out of this situation. Well, very close. He's still got to do a bit of work. He's going to have to use the top rail with a bit of right hand spin. Here you see the spin. So this 1 ball followed by the 8 to make him feel much better. Ooh, a bit of a wobble because of the 8 ball. Couldn't get right down on his cue. Sure, it felt just a little bit alien when you can't get right down on your cue. Yeah, well done. Pulls 1 back. Now 2-1. Now Haojing Zhang, the runner-up in the straight pool tournament, is 4-1 up now against Antonio Christian Farkas. And 4-0 to Guila Grosso. That's the 3 TV tables. So we're playing boys and girls, under 17s and under 19s at the moment. Lots going on here in Podcetrtek, in the beautiful country of Slovenia. Well, 7 ball almost went, but nothing for Team España. I wonder if he'll be staying up to watch the Spain game tonight. I'm sure. I know it's not tonight, is it actually? It's England playing tonight for 3rd place against France. And tomorrow, the World Cup final, Spain against Argentina. Viva España. So let's see if that's given young Yannick a little bit of confidence and inspiration. I don't think he's sure he can get through to this one. But he could, no problem. Trying to get back round for the 3, I think. But he has a insurance ball. over the side pocket, the 7. Can play ultra thin off this 7. Come 2 rails. Oh, just the 1 into the side pocket for the 2. But it's getting harder. And that's the thing with 8-ball. If you get in and you start making balls, generally you've got to finish the table there and then, because the less balls you've got on, the more chance your opponent has, of course, of running the rack. Whoa. A little bit unfortunate, you could say. I think he's going to have to take the 3-ball or a difficult 4. Three-ball it is. 4-ball does go. So he doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball. Just kind of drag, draw. Oh, close. Played it nicely. He would have been out there. Now then, Hugo Boyle back to the table. I think he may have been playing for the 9-ball there, but the 12 is still okay. Guaranteed position, so he had a quick look at the 11 there. This time he will take on the 9-ball. It's very hot. And now, okay. Has natural follow through, which is very good to see. Reminds me a little bit of FSR, to be honest. I wouldn't mind betting that's who he is off FSR. Certainly plays as quick as El Ferrari. He goes like a Ferrari, doesn't he? Just hold this now, just a little draw on it. May have an angle with the back rail. What about that for a shot? So this 8-ball to get the job half done. Nicely done. Of course, the other ball going in doesn't matter. It's fine. Good to be with you guys. Got 3 more matches for you coming up today. We're going to be switching it up. A bit of 8-ball, bit of 9-ball. May even put a few in there as well. What about that? You can see over on table 2. And Arcos has pulled a rack back against Hao Xingjiang. It's now 4-2 to the German. Oh dear. Oh dear. Just what he didn't want. But the saving grace is there's just a little bit of a mess over the right hand side of the table. Get them electrolytes in you. So scratch on the break means ball behind the line, and you must play a ball out of the kitchen just on the first shot after the break, and then of course it's ball in hand anywhere. Now he's got a chance here, play the 9 and open up everything else. It's okay. He may have been trying just to nudge that 11 on. Didn't have to play that shot. He could have gone anywhere. Now I can drop this in. Play the 10 in the side, then the 11. Oh, he's got different ideas. But what a great asset, being able to put yourself out of trouble. Just looks totally natural, doesn't he? I can't remember the last time I saw someone this natural. FSR and Josh Filler all rolled into one. And just imagine, oh, Hugo, you've got to take care as well. But look at that. Comes back to his table, goes back to his chair, sits down, sip of water, forget about it, relax, wait for your next opportunity. Can't do anything about the one he's just missed. Just a little bit more focus next time. Yeah, nice idea. Well, now what do you do here? You try the skill shot, play the 14 through the 5, or do you play the 10 and draw all the way back short side for the 14? Does he have that angle even? Aggressive. He might. Does he have the angle? Even if he got straight in on the 14, it would make the skill shot that bit. Skill shot, of course, I mean 4 to 5 in the 14. Well, look, shot of the tournament. Oh, the 4 inches. But what a stroke. Decision. I'm sure if he could reach it, he'd be trying to cut it, going for the bank shot. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh yeah, it's tough work. Another bank here to finish it off. This is all in here. He knows if he doesn't make this, he's leaving the rack on. Yeah, it's not there. But look at the cue ball. Look at the cue ball. Oof. Deserved to be on the 8 ball after that bank on the 14. It really was a tremendous shot. I wonder will they ever introduce banks into the European Championships? That would be something good, wouldn't it? We've already got straight ball. Maybe even a bit of one pocket as well. Another combo needed, and he needs to play this at a good weight. Doesn't want to lose the 7 ball to the left of the pocket. And it will be going slightly that way. Oh, he could see the 6. I beg your pardon. Oh, he's a long way off. Oh, he could fluke it though. He could fluke it. So a let off for Hugo. Nothing crazy, just drop it in. Don't risk the cue ball running. Yeah, and not a bad idea. Yannick puts up, has called a timeout. So we will do the same, guys, and we'll be back with rack number 6 just as soon as Yannick returns to the arena. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. We'll leave you a view of table 2. Back soon. can see, guys, on your screen, 2:45, 4:30 and 7:30 for the remaining matches today, all to be arranged. Still not sure what matches they will be, but keep your eye on EPBF.com or Pro Billiard TV, of course, and you'll see exactly what's coming up. So a ball down. Hugo Boyle looking to get on the hill. Had it all his own way at the moment. But I've just had a lovely photo sent to me from Hugo's dad, sitting in the stands, sweating all the action. A nice selfie with table one in the background. He must be a very proud dad right now, sat there watching his son. Yeah, just want to see him just take a little bit more care. He has squandered just a few chances. He does tend to speed up a little bit and a bit of movement, but this is a 12-year-old kid we're talking about here. Don't expect him to play perfect by any means. And this is to get into the qualification round. Who knows how far he could go. If he plays like this, he's got as good a chance as anybody. And now can just play a stop shot on this 4 ball to leave the 8 into the same pocket. And that will be on the hill time. Great stuff. Break and run. So will be Yannick to break now, but he's up against it. Tough going out there, isn't it? There is Hugo's dad. That's the picture I just got sent. That young man there, very, very proud dad. If he can eradicate those little misses. I mean, of course, he's not going to pot everything. He's 12 years old. But he is missing shots that somebody of his talent shouldn't be missing. Just don't want to let your opponent back into these. You know, okay, he's 5-1. He's on the hill. Only needs 1. But it only takes your opponent to get a bit of confidence, and, you know, your own confidence drops a little bit maybe. All of a sudden, they're back in the match, 5-2, 5-3. The pressure builds. You just never know. You've got to take these chances because you never know when the next one's coming. Let's not count out Yannick just yet, though. Pool's a funny game. Anything can happen. Scoreline doesn't necessarily reflect the game. I think Hugo deserves to be ahead. I think maybe 4-2 is a more fair scoreline, but misses like that aren't going to do him any favours. Bit of deceleration there. It was the shot previously that cost him. Didn't get a great cue ball. Now then, can Hugo finish the job here? Just stay focused. Yeah, I like this pattern. Certainly gets a move on, doesn't he? I bet you can never get him off the practice table. I remember when I was his age, all I wanted to do was play snooker. Oh, look at that stroke there. Pinpoint position. Worth us writing a school report for this young man now. I would say terrific potential, great talent. Sometimes you just need to focus a little bit more. But very good with a big tick. Thoroughly deserved that win. So Hugo Boyle, 12-year-old from Spain, runs out the winner 6-1 against Yannick Putzer. We'll be back very, very soon, guys, with some more action for you. 2:45 will be the next one. Thanks for your company. I'm Mark White, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the Kamui European Youth Championships here from Podcetrtek in Slovenia. And our next match is an under-19s game in the 8-ball division, and a last 32 match between Boris Kekowski from Poland and Germany's Fabrizio Ingraski. It's 8-ball, so it's cool pockets, a race to 7, alternate break. There is a 35-second shot clock in use. I'm Mark White. Great to be with you again, guys. I'm looking forward to this. I've seen Boris play a few times on this table. Very, very talented young man from Poland. I must admit, it's my first viewing of Fabrizio. That young man there, he's feeling the heat already. Look, he's going to use his little fan there, keep himself cool. So here we go. First rack in this race to 7. You all know the rules of 8-ball. Solids and stripes. Choose your suit, which you prefer. And then hopefully run all the 7 balls out, culminating with the black 8-ball. The most famous ball in pool, of course, the 8-ball. Ask anyone what colour the 8-ball is, everyone knows that. So, made a ball on the break, but you don't have to take the ball you make. It's not until the next ball goes down that determines the suit that you actually have to take. If you don't make a ball, then it's still open until a ball is made. So the one awkward ball I see is the 12. Just slightly awkward because it doesn't have that top left-hand corner pocket, which he's closest to. So he's going to have to try and get short side on that. I wonder, can he do it off of this 12 ball now? Seems to be as good a time as any. So 11 ball to the upper right pocket. Draw over and play the 10 into the same pocket. That's the plan. Pretty good. Couldn't have played that any better. Yeah, as soon as you start digging down, you start increasing the difficulty of the pot. Could run this through and play the 13 into the side. Maybe just a bit of right-hand spin. Yeah, it's gone wrong. Does he have the 9 ball? Don't think so. He's going to have to cut this in the side pocket. Didn't even go for it. I think I can guess his next shot though. Always the problem. Whenever you don't run the balls out, you run the risk of being hooked a lot. Ball in hand now and everything in the open. Glorious opportunity. So we see the replay. Missed it by a little distance there. I thought he may have got rid of the 1 ball, to be honest, but bit of a loose cue ball at the moment. Players tend to want to clear an area so that they can go down and concentrate on clearing the next one. Needs an extension on the back of that Predator cue. Would have liked to have been maybe a bit straighter on this 2 ball. Just has to be a little bit careful of the 8 ball here. Good shot. And now nicely on the brown 7. Can just draw straight back for the 5 into the side pocket. just a fraction short, but he can still just drop this in. Just keep the cue ball away from the 12. You don't want to be hampered in your cueing. Oh, it's perfect. Straighter than it looked. So this 8-ball. Very nicely done. So just a little bit of a warning there for Boris Kakowski. Pretty faultless run out after he had the ball in hand. So 1-0 it is. Just a reminder to you guys, we do have other matches going on as well, all on the TV tables, tables 1, 2 and 3. We'll keep you up to date with some scores as we go along. You're welcome to check them out as well. EPBF.com. Pretty good break that. Hit them nice and central. A little bit of a hop and a skip on the cue ball, but no reward for it. We will be down to the last 8 by the end of tonight. We'll have the quarterfinals for you tomorrow in the 8-ball. The 9-ball will continue. The teams are going on at the same time as well. Yeah, didn't catch a rail, so it's ball in hand. The German just checking with Boris. It's always a horrible foul to do that when you don't hit a rail. I'm sure he thought the 6-ball or the cue ball would hit, but it didn't. 14 didn't either. So ball in hand again. Last time he ran the rack. Can he do the same again? Always love to watch 8-ball. It kind of shows a player's personality. Lots of different ways to run out, different patterns. Different way to shoot different balls. Not like rotation where you're forced into following the numbers, potting by numbers. So a little bit more of your personality comes out in your shot choice. So now has a nice angle to go down for the 14. Just make sure you leave yourself an angle. Very important. Look at that loose grip on the cue. Oh, he doesn't want to be straight on this. He's not. He's okay. Now can just go top with just a little bit of left-hand spin. Oh, he could come straight down. Didn't need to use a second rail. Judged it very nicely. So that no rail foul, costing Boris the second rack as well. 2 ball in hands, 2 run outs for the German. You know, in 8 ball, when you do give ball in hand, invariably you're going to lose the rack. Good square hit, and he's rewarded with a ball in the side pocket. Now this is a really nice spread. Look at that hit on the cue ball. Stopped it dead in the centre of the table. Exactly the plan. Now he has a choice. What does he want? Going to take solids. He may take the 6 on now. A little bit too much angle on the 3. Now he can take that 3 ball. Then the 1 leads him to the 2. Well, got a little bit more into that. I think he's still okay to hold the cue ball off the side rail. No, sir. No, no, no. Was trying to pinch a little to hold the cue ball, and once again, that's a mistake. It was never there, was it? Just trying to just hit it a little bit thicker to take the pace out of the cue ball. And it's yet another mistake from Boris. And now, once again, okay, not ball in hand this time, but it was kind of ball in hand position. Can take the 11 here. 10 in the side. Oh, slow down, cue ball. What's he done here? Well, well, well. Can you believe that? All that area he had to play in. I have to say it's careless. And of course, you can't just roll up behind the ball. You must hit a rail. Can he move the 1 away from the corner? That's what he's tried. Did he call that corner? Well, if he did, it was an excellent try. And look at that. Left absolutely nothing. Well, not how he played it, but he'll take it. Ball going in off of the 2. Trick shots. Yeah, this time cleverly using the 10, which enabled him to hit the 1 ball thicker, to hold the cue ball, to call the pace out of it. And now, chance to get his rack on the board. Race to 7, remember, guys. So a little bit of luck there on the jump shot, on the 5, fluking it off the 2, but it counts. He'll take it. Really unlucky there not to make that 10. And then there was the slice of luck, which of course you always need in pool. Little tap on the table there, just acknowledging the fact that he knows he got a little bit of a jelly roll there, a jelly on the jump. Well, that ball's gone in, and look at that. Pretty good break, just off square. Made a couple of balls, but he doesn't have anything decent here to go at. I mean, the 5 ball is horrible. He's going to need, I mean, in snooker it's called a spider. Yeah, just wanting to get a ref over, I think, just to keep their eye on this. And there is our referee. Very difficult to see these. What he has done, he's kept his turn at the table. Wouldn't be surprised if he played a safety now off of this 4 ball. Is he going aggressive on the 6? No, just a safety. Red 11 is available. Yeah, I thought he took that just a little bit casual. I think he'd like that one again. Good recovery. It's all about getting to the 3 ball. Can now just draw straight back. Maybe play it with a touch of right hand spin. About 5 on the cue ball. See that just, when it hit the rail, just squirted up towards that 3. Very nicely played. Don't have to hit them hard. Let the cue ball do all the work. Let the spin do its job. Well, I'm very, very impressed with Fabrizio. Yet another great talent coming out of Germany. So much talent over the years, and it's continuing, especially with Felix Vogel, who's just left kind of the juniors. He's gone into the seniors more now. Won his first tournament as well, didn't he? In the last Predator outing in Austria. And he decides it's time for a little break. So I'm going to do the same, guys. Be back with rack number 5 very, very soon. This is a very interesting game. So, quick break. Back at it. Unfortunately, once again, it's dry for Boris. When I saw Fabrizio's name, I thought that's a very Italian kind of sounding name. Fabrizio. I'm sure there's some Italian roots in the family tree. Plays with a good rhythm. Sprightly around the table. $15 just a little bit awkward because of the 5. This is not straightforward. Play the stun run through. Here is he, the stun follow. Yeah, I'd like to see them punched in more than rolled like he tried. I thought the stun follow was the shot there. But you've got to be super confident and cue them so well to stun follow. It's one of the hardest shots to play in cue sports. It's that sweet spot on the cue ball and that sweet, smooth cueing. The timing has to be spot on. So a chance for a little bit of a sway in the scoring here. He would have expected to have cleared up there for Fabrizio. Boris Kakowski will be feeling just as confident about running these out as well. Wouldn't surprise me if he takes the one now. I think he wanted to play that a little bit harder and play the 6 into the side, but he's fallen a little bit short on this. So 1 in the corner, 4 in the side. 6 in either the top right or the side, depending on the angle he leaves himself on the 4, of course. Yeah, now he'll just leave himself a straightish in 6 to the top right. So this is a bit of a steal, this one, against the run of play. Terrific to see all this young talent. Oh dear, and I tell you what, I think this is the 4th game that I've commentated on Boris Kakowski. And you always get the feeling he's got a miss in him. I mean, there's no way you should miss that 8 ball. Maybe took it just a little bit too casually. Maybe just a little bit of movement as well. Got up off the shot. Oh, that's not the best of shots either. Got to be careful here. He's going to be playing this with a little bit of right hand spin. He's digging down as well. This is very missable. What a great shot from Fabrizio. Oh, he would have liked another 6 inches there though. Well, we're right behind the shot. We're going to know if it's in before he does. Wow, what a miss that is. 2 misses in this rack. I don't think Boris can believe his luck. Should have been 4-1 down. Instead, he's just 1 behind at 3-2 in this race to 7. Well, young Hugo Boyle is in action once again. And he's 2-0 up against Dean Lissick. It's over on table 5. It's in the under-17s 8-ball tournament. Hugo just 12 years old last month. Two more rounds of play to come today, 4:30 and 7:30. So a few misses beginning to creep in to Fabrizio's game as well. And that will give this young man some confidence. Wasn't punished for his last mistake. We're at number 5. Does have a slight angle, I think, on this 13. Can leave himself on the 12. He may be taking the 12 now, actually. Yeah, nicely done. 12 ball is a good key ball. I beg your pardon, the 13 ball. I like it into the bottom right, to be honest. Natural angle for the cue ball going up for the 13 off 2 rails. Another chance gone begging, but he hasn't done too much damage here. I'm not sure if the 1 goes past the 8 or not. If it doesn't, he doesn't have anything else. More needs this to slow up. Well, this 13 will cut. Could also play the safety as well. Just leave the cue ball on the top rail. This is cuttable, but there's traffic. Oh, played the bank. Where's the cue ball going? He's lost the cue ball. Well, a little bit fortunate that the cue ball's still on the bed of the table. Boris still in the driving seat though in this one. Once again, nothing easy. So we have a little game of chess going on at the moment. Decided the best form of defence is attack. Very nicely done. Deserves a little bit of a bump here. Well, this is just as difficult, if not more so. May have the bank as well. The only thing you've got to be a little bit careful of here, the cue ball's going to be running wild. You don't want to go knocking that 8 ball in. Well, he will knock it in, but he's going to have to jump it, I think. Incredible, isn't it? Could have finished anywhere on the table in that top half. And it ends up right behind the ball. Well, I'll be very disappointed there because he took the ball by the horns, played a couple of really good aggressive shots, very, very fine cuts. Could have expected to have had a shot on the 8 ball, but that's what happens whenever the cue ball's running wild. You're never sure of where it's going. And unfortunately, hooked himself. Needs this to go a bit. Nicely done. Played with left-hand spin, not left-hand English on that. Look at that very loose grip. Good tip there for you guys. Don't grip the cue too tight. Let the cue do the work. 4-2 it is. Still 3 away though from the 7 required. Now then, Hugo Boyle 3-0 up now. Sander Tam, the youngster from Estonia, is 2-1 down to Wojciech Glab. That's available for you on table 3. On table 2, Rayan Guattari is in a battle with Giraki. And it's Rayan who's 3-2 up in that one. Dry again. He wants solids, so takes on the more difficult 2 ball, and he hasn't got it. Yeah, 1 is a little bit awkward here. What does Boris favour? Does he fancy the stripes? I think stripes are okay. I mean, okay, now with that 2 ball there, the 8 ball would be blocked. So there you go, sorting out the problem straight away. And that's what good 8 ball players do. They sort the problems out very, very quickly. But it means he's not really ideally on anything. He's going to have to come up with a shot here. 3 to the side. Yeah, overcut it. I'm talking from experience, whenever you're young, all you want to do is pop balls. And you want to pot them as quickly as possible. It's kind of just the impetuousness of youth. We've all been there. Just sometimes you have to pull yourself up and Just slow it down, just a fraction. I'm not talking about big changes, just a couple of extra seconds, even just to think about the shot, not even when you're down on the shot. Just don't change your rhythm when you're down, but just while you're walking around, you know, just try and calm yourself down a little bit. Take that extra second or two standing behind the shot. The unforced errors beginning to come from Fabrizio as well. Well, he'd like that one again. This isn't ideal. Fabrizio getting himself on the line of the shot look to watch this one. Yeah, it wasn't a great positional shot he played. He's got away with it. He's going to have to go for the 15 over the corner. Yeah, it's a big ball, isn't it? Plus the fact, if he doesn't make it, good chance of getting it safe as well. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, can he thin off the edge of the 5 and get the cue ball off the 5 or the 7 and get the cue ball down behind the 6? Oh, he's gone for the 4 ball, and that was very aggressive. He did have a safety shot on there. Oh, that's a good shot. I'll admit it, I was a little bit shocked that he took that on, to be honest. I thought he may have been taking the 15, but he felt confident, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we love about 8-ball. It's more than one way to run a table. He'd like that one again as well. He's going to have to play this with a bit of pace now. Go twice across. Very nicely done to this 8-ball to go 5-2 up, 2 away from the place in the last 16. Actually, this is the last 16, I beg your pardon. So a place in the last 8 at stake here. Yeah, Boris deciding to take his time out, guys. So we'll be back very, very soon. Boris with a little bit of work to do. 5-2 down. We'll leave you with a little look there at table 2. Boris is back. I'm back as well. Mark White here, describing the action. Ball down, 2 balls down. Now, how do they look? He certainly has a shot at the stripe. I think stripes will be his choice anyway. Yeah, now all his work is down the other end. So get rid of this 10 ball. 11, 13 and 9. And this is looking very promising now. Good break. Just get between the rail and the 9 and the 7 ball here. And now in prime position. This is going to be a perfect rack of 8 ball for the youngster. Well, he hasn't played that brilliantly. Giving himself just a little bit more work to do now with this 13 into the side. Oh, beautifully done. So slow up cue ball. Wow, it's just pulled up in time. But it's made this 8 ball just a little bit tricky. Yeah, cleverly using the 1 as well to halt the progress of the cue ball. So he does indeed arrive at the hill. Fabrizio Iglaski with 1 foot into the quarterfinals. This is the under 19 division of the 8 ball. Also got the under 17s and the girls as well. Girls are in action right now. 2 matches in the ladies. Actually, Mele Schmidt's going well. She won the 10 ball division and she's 2-1 up now against Gulagrosso. Meanwhile, this young man trying to seal the deal. Oh, I may take the 1 on here. Still fancies the 2. Yeah, controlled that well. Purposely drawing into the 5 ball. And this surely is the last thing that could go wrong. So 5, 4, 6, or 4, 5, 6, or 4, 6, 5. Which way is he going to go? looking very, very bleak now. Just got to stroke this 6-ball in. Just take your time on this one. Fabrizio did miss one of these earlier on. A little bit of deceleration going on earlier on. But if this goes in, there will be some celebration. Never mind deceleration. Well, he hasn't finished ideally on this 5. Cue ball just running away slightly from the 8-ball. That young man sat down at the moment. He's running out of opportunities to win medals. Wow, that's a good shot. So this 8-ball, and it's going to be right in front of Boris, this one. Yeah, I like this, just taking that little bit of extra time. Just making sure, and in it goes, and it's a good victory into the quarterfinals. It wasn't Boris's day, but Fabrizio, I think, overall deserved the win. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget, more action coming up for you at 4:30. That's in about 50 minutes from now. So we'll have some more action for you here on Pro Billiard TV. Don't forget, still matches going on table 2 and table 3. There you can see. And I'll see you for the next one. I'm Mark White. Thanks for joining me. See you for the next one.